And it is the 35th class, and another 4 classes we may need to complete the portion. A total 39 hours. Hope all of you have already started writing the assignments and preparing for the IA3. Last class we had discussed even out of syllabus. This is what we discussed. Hope all of you will remember, and you will not give your laptop, mobile, your vehicle to an unknown person. Even if you are giving to the known person, also ensure that you are transferring name if you are selling to them permanently, if you are giving to them. So today we will continue our discussion, and hope all of you have seen the marks which I have uploaded in the classroom, and many students have sent their IAs to the previous ITC link, and some people names were not there in the add stock. So many reasons were there. All your marks are updated as of now till today. Still again 1 or 2 students name is not there in the add stock. We are waiting for that. If they edit in the add stock, definitely we'll put marks of those students also. So now let me continue today's class. Last class I think somebody has asked this question. What is this figure dot add access 0011, sir? I think maybe Lakshmi might have asked. Okay, who has tried this? Anybody has got the idea of this, including Lakshmi Priya? Are you there today, Lakshmi? You can just say just yes if you are there. Thank you, Lakshmi Priya. Have you tried to know this, and any other student has tried to know what is 0011? Just say if you have tried yes, otherwise no problem. Let me know, because somebody has asked the question, and if all were knowing the answer, then it's good. You can type now also. Otherwise, how many of you tried to check that by changing or by exploring the book or in the net? Nowadays, it takes hardly a minute to understand if you don't know something. Let me know, out of 54 students, anybody has tried to know what is that 0011? Okay, nobody has tried. Present generation, sir, but didn't understood, sir. Okay, Sindhu has tried at least. Whether you understood or not, secondary. Effort, whether you are putting or not, that matters to us, because at least you should give a priority time to this. When you don't know something, you should spend a time to understand that. I think Lakshmi didn't do this. Anyway, let me answer that question. Instead of answering it just one line or one word, usually I prefer to show the images or a figure, because there is a saying, a picture tells 1,000 words. Instead of talking 1,000 words, just show one picture, because one picture can tell 1,000 words. So that's why usually I prefer to use output, so that by observing the output and the program you will understand more instead of talking. So let me take some examples. Those who are having doubts, they can understand. The same program, whatever the program is, it is the same program which I have discussed in the previous class. I am only changing this. Add access, instead of 0011, I will change this and I will show you the output. Try to conclude something from the result. Take a few seconds and go through. This is a result. Give me a few seconds. Only I have changed to 0.8 and 0.8, 1 and 1. Also the previous output, and this also. This is a previous output. Complete figure I have pasted output, including this, whatever the name is coming, including a simulator from where we have simulated everything, so that you will come to know what was there in the x side, y side, everything. So when I made it 0.8, 0.08, 0.08, 0.11, this is the output what I got. Observe carefully, then I will change it. Now I am making, instead of 0.08, I have made 0.1, 0.1, 11. Observe this, left and right, this is the bottom, and this left side what you are getting. Say I am changing again. I have made 0.25, 0.25. It was 0.08. Earlier it was 00. Now it's 0.25, 0.25. This I am making 1, 1 only. Observe this carefully. Then I am making 0.4, 0.4. So observe this. When I say 0.4, 0.4, it will start. Now I am making 0.1, 0.1. But this, instead of 1, 1, I am making 1 and there is a 0.5. Observe this out. Now this is taking complete, but this is taking a half. 0.5 only. Window size. Let me show you another one or two. So what I am making here, 0.1, 0.1, 0.8, 0.5. Observe this and this. I have taken a 0.8 and this is remaining 0.5. Then I am taking 0.1, 0.1, 0.8, 0.8. Complete figure is coming, including this grades range and grades scored, etc. Complete 100%, including the title scatter plot is coming when I took a 0.1, 0.1, 0.8, 0.8. So let me know what you are concluding from these things. I'll give a few seconds. Try to conclude what is this. By changing that, this is the way what I am getting. Very good. Aishwarya is typing something. Thank you, Aishwarya. Area of a quadrant. Very good. Something she is telling. Always something is better than nothing. Other 55 students. Let them conclude. Because I have shown you so many figures. Let them conclude something. What this for? For 1, 1 constant axis, y-axis varies, and for 0.8 x varies. Okay, Shiva Chindi is typing. Thank you, Shiva. Let me wait for another few seconds. Others, let them think and type their answers so that they can give the attendance. I'll show you the again. If you want the previous slides also, you can just see it and make some conclusion. What is this? And you can just type whether it is right or wrong. I want you people to type. I'll wait for another few seconds, then I'll go to the next slide. You are supposed to execute and you should see. Being a teacher, can you imagine how many times I might have executed this particular program just to prepare 2 slides. You can imagine how many times I'm copying and pasting and resizing. This is the first program I executed. And then this I pasted. Then I have changed and I have executed, I have pasted. Again I have changed and I have executed and pasted. Again I have changed and executed, pasted. Again I have changed and executed, pasted. Observe how much time I am taking. You people, to understand the subject, you should execute. Not only I am executing, but also I am copying and pasting and arranging in the slides. If you increase y-axis, then the vertical dimension increase. Similarly to x-axis, Aishwarya Inamdar has typed. It's the second time. Okay, thank you, Aishwarya. Okay, so this is what I shown to you people. Just read it once. I don't want to read it. You can read it and understand. No doubt you will get a lot of doubts, but if you do not try to simulate and understand, then it will be difficult. Those questions will remain questions only for you. So hope you people have read it. Lakshmi Priya has typed. Okay, just I'll show you the again. Hope all of you have read this. I'll give the another few seconds. Another 3-4 seconds I'll wait. Then again I'll show the same diagrams what I've shown to you people. 2 slides I'll show you. See here. What you have read, the same slides I'm showing you again so that you can understand. So if you make a changes and if you execute, automatically you'll come to know what it does, how it does. Let me go to the next slide. Hope all of you will understand how it works, how much you should take, why you should take. So even you can take a 1 hour only on that only, but it's difficult to do that because a lot of portion is there. So you people should try. Let me go to the next. Okay, font properties. You can use. You can customize title, legend, access, labels, etc. Font size you can use, font name, family, etc. Just go through the font property arguments for the text element of the plot. I'll give 1 minute. It is there in the book. I cannot explain much, and those who are interested, let me see how many of you will come forward. I want you people to take two arguments and pass it and simulate it. Share the figure because I am a human being. I cannot simulate all by changing the parameters. Just now I shown making those 0011. I have changed and I have simulated 6-8 times and copied and pasted and prepared. Like that, I want some students should come. They can give these arguments and change this argument and how output comes. That they can share. They can dump in the slides and they can share with me. If all students come forward, definitely material collected will become more and it will be easy for you to understand when I share all these in my class or in my PPTs. So please try to do that. Alone I cannot do all these changes in the arguments, which is very difficult. And Matplotlib does its best to label the representative values. We say tick marks on each axis appropriately. Even you can customize that tick mark also. There's one sample is given. What are the different arguments you can give for customizing the tick mark is shown in the next slide. Even you can use all these things and customize, and 1 or 2 will show. Definitely we use in the next coming slides, but you can make a separate few slides by changing 1 or 2 arguments, by changing the values, how it looks. You can do it. Take a minute and go through this particular table. For example, colors, label colors, these things we do it in the coming slides. Some other examples we do it. Even width of the tick mark you can change. By default it will take. Most of the things by default it will take, but you can mention also if you want. So width should be a little bit more. Length of the tick mark also I want more. Just give it and try it. How it looks by changing that. In many of the time we may not give these arguments at all. By default it will give some particular width, some particular length. We'll be happy with that. And even tick mark color also by default it will come something. We won't pass any arguments. But you can do it. 1 or 2 individual students can come forward and take the way how I have shown just now, the figures, the plots. You can do it, and with your name only I will show. With your name only I will upload in the YouTube. I will not change. It is given by, say for example, Aishwarya, Shiva, say Sindhu. I will put your name below, and the same thing I will use in the class, and same thing I will upload in the YouTube. You can come forward. And now we will go to the next bar charts and pie charts. The basic pie plot function for plotting a bar is a x dot bar. Similarly, we have another for pie chart also, that we'll see it later. Now you just note down x dot bar we have. We are going to discuss this particular function, how to use. Again, lot of parameters can be used, but only few parameters we pass, and by default it will take something and it will give us a result. No sir, I want particular, you can give it. Again, lot of parameters will be there. I want at least 2-3 students can come forward. They can change it. They can give different arguments, change the color, change the width, change the length, change so many things. Then how it looks. Just put in the MS Word and what you have changed, that one line you have to write. You can share. All those things I will dump in my PPTs and I'll show to other students. Definitely all students will be benefited. If 10 are there arguments, so if one student can do 3-4, another students can do 3-4, 3-4 students can do a complete. And individual 5 minutes effort, 10 minutes efforts, it becomes a cumulative, it will become helpful to all the students. And again, bar chart, we use x dot bar, x comma height, width, bottom, align we give. We'll see some examples, x dot bar, many examples we are going to see later. Just go through once. What is the x, what is the height, what is the width, what is the bottom, what is the align. Just go through once. Not only these parameters, many other parameters you may use. Not compulsory. If you want, you can use it. But minimum parameters will be there for all the functions. Only most of the time we use only those parameters and we won't use additional things. And if needed, based on your requirement, you should do it. Height. A scalar or a sequence of scalars representing the heights of the bars. Width and bottom. A scalar or an array-like optional. The y coordinates of the bars default is none. It will take none by default if you won't mention anything. These are all optional, not compulsory. I'll wait for another few seconds. Just go through, read it, spend a little time. So then we'll go to the next slide. So let me go to the next slide. So bar chart, a lot of parameters you can use that I'll show you in the next slide. Many parameters can take either a single value applying to all bars or a sequence of values, one for each bar. So one sample is shown here. Example matplotlib.pyplot.bar x height width 0.8 bottom none align center data none. Like this we have a lot of other parameters. So that I'll show you in the next slide. See it and go through and try to make use of all these parameters one by one in your program, execute, simulate and share those results with me. So color means just read it, nothing is there to explain. Color means all of you know, edge color means you can understand, and these are all optional, not compulsory. We may give or we may not give. By default it will take. No sir, I want something. So you can give it. How to give? We'll see with example, with result. I'll show you. Just read it once. Edge color is basically a color or a list of colors you can give, and it's optional. It's the colors of the bar edges. Sometimes we may ask you to use a green only, red only. You should be able to use it. Hardly one word you have to write extra in the program. And remember, whenever you are writing a program, use whatever is discussed in the class or whatever is there in the textbook. Don't use your own method. Avoid that. In general, when you are doing hobby project or a major project or you are giving any demonstration, you are free to use anything out of syllabus. But when you are writing, stick to the syllabus, stick to the book. So let me go to the next. One simple example is shown here. Languages are taken: Python, C++, Java, Perls, and these are plotted. And popularity has taken 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. These two I am plotting. Popularity versus these language. Most loved programming languages. So the program is very simple. Nothing is there to explain here. And these are just I have taken some integer numbers. You can change it. Plot will also, based on that, it will come. And these languages are taken. The same languages are printed here. And all of you know, this is X ticks. Similarly, you can use Y ticks also. And just copy down this 3-4 line program and try to execute. Try to change, instead of center, This alignment you can change. Instead of pink, change red, blue, whatever you want. And see, observe this. And all those outputs you dump in the MS Word and share with me so that I can share with your class. You should love programming, yaar. You should take interest in programming. Usually I spend a lot of time to execute the programs. All these programs are executed. I have not copied just and pasted in the PPT. I execute it, and the program I am copying, the result also I am copying. And all these programs I have simulated online. I have installed in one particular laptop, but I am not using. Online simulation only I am preferring, so that my students can do all these programs, online simulation, using their mobiles. Take another 30 seconds. Try to copy down, hardly 4-5 lines are there, and make changes in this, and try to share with me so that I will use those with your name only. A few slides I will prepare and I will show to all your classmates. Let me go to the next. A lot of examples I will show you. These are not from the book, because book you will take a very big example suddenly. It is difficult to understand. Even if you execute that big program, you may feel difficult. That's why I am taking a small programs. Once if you understand these small programs, it will be easy to understand the example discussed in the textbook. So I am taking another simple example so that everybody can understand. I am taking country names and GDP. These two I am plotting, but colors I am using a different. See, in the previous what I have used, only one color, pink we have used. Now, instead of only one color, here I am taking different colors. I have mentioned as a new colors equal to green, blue, etc. And here I am passing that color equal to new color. So instead of only one pink, previous time we got. So I am changing the different colors so that I will get different colors in my plot. And remaining all of title, X label, Y label, grid I have not put. I have made it a comment. If a grid comes, all of how it looks. So just go through this program and try to understand. No need to copy down the result. Only copy down this program. Take a minute or two. Understand the program. You can change the font size, you can change the colors, do something. Lot of other parameters are there which I am going to show you after a few minutes. Change those. They may be optional, but give those as a parameter. See what changes will be there in the plot. And try to understand while writing the assignment. Don't blindly write. Don't become a Xerox machine. We have a Xerox machine. Nobody will recruit a Xerox machine. Use your brain when you are writing. What you are writing you should know. Take another 1 minute. Just copy down so that you can execute the program. And while writing assignment, don't blindly copy from textbook or for friends. Have a habit of writing your own. And submit properly. Don't submit Python assignment to the ITC link or ITC assignment to the Python link. You are in that classroom. If you are in both the classroom, let me know. I will remove you from one class. You can send an email so that I can remove your name from one class if you are there in both the classes. That will create a headache to you sometimes. Let me go to the next. A program and a result. Nothing is there in this. Hardly 2 data I have taken. 23, 85, 72, 43, 52. Just I am plotting. I am plotting 2. A plot bar. Arrange I am writing. Data 1. And width I am mentioning 0.3. So if I change the width, what will happen? Do it. Don't ask it. Do it. No doubt your computer will not burn. Make a mistake or make changes and observe how the output looks. Just copy down, and plus width is important. If you remove this, overlapping will be there. After this, the next should come. Therefore, they have taken plus width. Even you can change it and make small changes in this and check how the plot or this bar graph will come. Hardly 2 lines, 3 lines programs are there. I want you people to type and execute. If the time permits, in the class only, in the chat box only, I will try to share, but time is less. Beginning I have done it. I used to share all these programs to you people, and I used to ask you to execute these programs. You want to execute 1 or 2, but it will take a time. If you want, I will search and I'll. Otherwise, next class I will give you the time. I will share few programs so that you can execute and you can see it. Make changes in the program. Take another 30 seconds. Copy down 2 lines. plt.bar. Those 2 lines you have to copy down. Data you can change. The way how you want, you can change the data. Don't copy down as it is. Many students, they will copy as it is. Some 5 datas, some 5 datas, and some students will mug up this also. Don't do that. And change this width also, 0.2, 0.4, something you do it and observe the output. Unless you execute by making a lot of changes in the program, you will not become expert. Programming cannot be taught much. You can give the idea. If you want to become an expert, you have to execute. Day and night you have to be in front of the computer so that you will become an expert in the programming. So let me go to the next. Hoping all of you copied at least 2 lines completely. Remaining these 2-3 lines, you can change it, the content, whatever you want. Later we'll go to the program given in the book. Once these basics if you understand, it will be easy to understand the program given in the book. So this is another same data I have taken, but observe here, bottom equal to data 1. Above data 1, this data 2 should be plotted. So that is the reason bottom equal to data. In previous I have not written any bottom equal to. So observe this previous. I have not used any bottom. So here I have not mentioned any bottom. But here width I have mentioned, but here I am talking about a bottom equal to data 1. You can include data 1 plus something also. Observe the output carefully by making changes in your program. Now try to understand this. When I write bottom equal to data 1, above data 1, next data 2 is plotted now. You should practice, then only you can write any program. And whenever you have open book test, when you are giving your program to somebody else or your friends may score good marks compared to you. It may happen. Every year it will happen with many students. Whenever open book test is there, a person originally who has written may score less compared to the others. It is true with many times, even in the project also. Somebody is doing a complete project, but he don't know how to explain, how to convince. He will sit idle, and in the exam other student will explain as if they have done everything, and those students will get good marks. It may happen sometimes. Sometimes the few students will be very good in presentation and writing skill they will be having. So definitely that is the advantage for them. So let me go to the next. Yeah, this is another example. I've taken color equal to green. By default, one will come. Second one I have given a green color. You can change the color also. You can make R red color. And just I have used the labels this time. Previously labels were not there. Now I use the labels. That's the only difference in this particular program. A small program is showing you. Whatever I used in these programs, all those are used in your program written in the textbook. A few small programs I am showing you so that you can feel comfortable to understand. Later I can show you the complete program discussed in the book. And again that also I will explain line by line. But when you see suddenly that program, you may feel difficulty to understand. Just copy down. Have a habit of writing and executing. Writing and executing, if you have a habit, it is good. Yeah, another 30 seconds, or you can take another 1 minute. Try to copy down all these things and try to execute all these programs today only before you sleep. Have that habit of executing your programs that day only. Don't say tomorrow I'll do, day after tomorrow also I'll do, which is difficult. Another example, it's the same, but only one change is there. Plot BAR we have used. It is a vertical. Now it is a BARH. Instead of vertical, H means you will get a horizontal. And meaning all these things, to energy I am taking, variance I am taking, some two numbers I am taking and just I am plotting. Instead of vertical, I am doing horizontal. For that I am using a PLT dot BARH. And these two I am passing, okay, X position and energy, color. I want you people to make changes in this program so that you will understand. If I make, instead of green, if I won't give, which color will give by default? So make changes and understand. Take a few minutes or a few seconds and try to note down only one, PLT.BARH. Instead of BAR, only one line you have to note down. And this is a X position, you want these positions, that's the reason you have written. And there only you have to write nuclear, hydro, gas, etc., nuclear, whatever is there it is written. And you can make a changes and understand what will happen. A lot of other parameters you can pass, many are optional. But do it and check it, how output looks. After this, we'll go to the example which is discussed in the textbook. There he has discussed the vertical only. That we'll see it. Only one line you have to note down in this. Important. Instead of BAR, you have to use BARH. Yeah, example from the book, we'll see it. Let me spend 1 minute. Next slide. Yeah, this is a complete program. Just I'm showing you. So this is a main program. Again, this is a source program, Germany energy source.txt. This is available in the website. You have to download. You have to give this as an input to the program. And when I plot, what I am going to get result is this. Everything I am showing you in one slide. It doesn't mean it's over. I will take a main program. Even one by one line I will discuss. Before I do that, I am showing you. This is a main program. given in the book, and this is German energy source.txt. This you have to download from internet. They have given the link also. I have done that also. This I given as input to this main program, and when I executed result, what I got plot is this. Now let us go to the main program. This is a main program. We'll see step by step. So otherwise I'll wait for a few seconds. You just glance, no need to copy. I'll go step by step. Before I go step by step, I'll give a little time for you people. You can just glance once or twice a complete program. In the book here, I started with this program only directly. I thought of discussing small programs so that you'll feel comfortable and you'll understand a bar chart, so that this you can understand easily. So let me go to the next. I'll see a program step by step. This is a result. I'll just wait for a few seconds. You can just see it once or twice, how the result will come after executing the program. What is a renewable electricity generation? Anybody knows? Renewable electricity generation. You can type if you can recall something. They given already our answers in the slide only. Anyway, they have mentioned here hydroelectric, wind, biomass, photovoltaic, etc. Let me go to the next. Yeah, the program logic we'll discuss, which is very, very simple. Hope everybody will understand this. A program, this is a part of a program I have taken, beginning few lines, 3 lines. This is the input, what I have given, .txt file. This is the explanation. Observe carefully. What I am doing is the file name I have taken as it is, and skip rows I have taken 2. Reason you can understand very easily. First row nothing is there, second row also we don't have anything, third row onwards we have data. That's the reason skip rows. And data type F8 I have taken. There is a float and a number of, I am taking this, all of you know. And next what I am taking is the years. I want only year for my reference, for my usage. Hence I am taking only the first one, 2013 up to last, and total we have, I think, 24. N equal to will become 24, what he has given, starting from 2013, 12, 11, 10. If you go reverse, totally 24 are there. Just take a few seconds and go through. This is a part of a program. Beginning 3 lines I have taken so that I can convince you people what is that skip rows 2 only, what is that German energy source.txt, and why I have taken length, what is the years equal to. Just try to understand so that we'll go to the remaining few lines of the program. If I take complete program, it is difficult to convince, because I have to switch over once to this text file, so to convince the name of the text file, skip rows, etc. That's why I have taken a snapshot of those and I have prepared. Let me go to the next program. I will show you again. You can note down also. If you are copying now also no problem, but I will show you the program after some time. So let me go to the next. See, this is nothing, hardly divided by it's 1000. For your reference, just I executed these 3, including a comment also. Just I have printed. This is before execution, it is after execution. Simply it is divided by 1000. You can observe it, 2.12 raised to 04 is there. It becomes a 01, that's all. Data is just we are divided so that the plotting will become convenient, nothing else. Let me go to the next. Okay, only one figure I am using here. That's the reason 111. Sir, if I have 2-3 figures, what to do? Anyway, that we are going to discuss again. Instead of only 111, sir, I have 4 figures, 4 plot I want to do. So those things we'll see it later. And sources, these are input we are giving. Nothing is there to discuss. Hydroelectric, wind, biomass, these are they are taken. And hatch, the design what you want on that plot. So they have used this. You can change also, execute, observe the output. And bottom, beginning I am taking all zeros, and just take a few seconds and go through. And the number of bars I want equal to number of years. That's the reason bars equal to have written this. Beginning bottom should be 0 only, so that I can start from the 0. Later bottom will change. You can go through, and even if you are copying also, it's good. If you are while copying, even if I change the slide also, don't feel bad, because after the another 2 slides I'll show you program again completely. I'll wait for some time. Those who didn't copy completely, they can copy down that time. But it is there in the book. The same beginning only I told. It is there in the book. This example from the book I am discussing after discussing small programs. Let me go to the next. So here I am plotting the bars, and I am updating the bottom. So observe here, and the different hatches I am using based on the I value, first, second, third, it is changing. And bottom I am not keeping 0, I am changing the bottom equal to data. So previously I have shown you the one simple small program, hardly 3-line program, how the bottom can be changed, so that next data whatever I plot, it will be above that. Just to show that I have executed a small program and I have shared with you in some slide. Like that here also bottom I am changing, so that next plot will come above that. Just go through, and complete program I will show you later, even it is there in the book. Understand it. When you see at a time you may feel difficulty, but just see line by line, understand line by line. Even you execute line by line and understand. If I change this, what will happen? Sir, edge color K. So let me know, anybody can say K is what? Which color? Edge color they use something K. K means which color? Can you recall what you have discussed? Very good, Jyoti. Yeah, it's a black. Sir, I don't want black. Sir, I want red. What I have to type instead of K? What changes I have to make here? I want red. So instead of K, what I have to type? Yes, Jyoti is typing R. Simply make a change in the R and execute. Instead of black, you'll get a red. Like that you have to do it, and you have to share those results with me. And these things, all of you know, remaining code, it is known to you people. All of you know X takes and X limit. Many times we executed and we have already discussed Y label, X label. These things you know. This is the remaining few lines in the program. And plot show, grid we have not used. You can use a grid also if you want. And even you can change this also. Anyway, we'll see with example later. This is a program. You can remove something also, add also. And ticks rotation they are given 90. Change it. Observe the output. Instead of 90, if I put something, what will happen? Where it will change? How it will change? Have those results with the program. Make only this one line change and execute and observe the output, share that output. Let me show you the complete program. It's a complete program. Now I'll give the time. Just go through complete program. No need to copy because it is there in the book. If you want, you can copy also. But previous programs are not from the book. Whatever I have discussed so far. This I have taken as it is from the book for discussion. No need to by heart all these things. Don't by heart the program. Understand how it works. And if they give some data, if they ask you to plot, you should be able to write your own program. Instead of this, they may give some other data in the table. They may ask you to plot this. So that time you should be able to write your own program. This is a program. Please make changes and execute, and this is the result what I got. Let me show you the result again. So this is a txt file what I have downloaded from the website. This is Germany energy sources.txt. This link he has given in the book from where you have to download this. So download this, save it and use it in your main program and execute. No need to copy all these things. It is there in the website. Simply I have downloaded and I have sharing with you people. And this is the result after executing that particular program I got. So what are the different arguments we can give to the ax.bar or bar h? It's a horizontal, it's a vertical. This is a list. Just go through, and even if you can come forward, at least make use of these particular arguments with the ax.bar or bar h, and share those diagrams with me either in the class, or you can email me, so that with your name I'll show to your classmates. Take this as a small work, any one of you. And if you are doing such work, you can call me, you can talk to me, even my personal numbers also. Just I'll give you 2 minutes, and these are different arguments, but you have to use it and you have to change. For example, color I have, faces I am changing, edges I can change, colors instead of black, make a blue, red, etc. And all those what you have made change in one line, that along with the result dump in the MS Word, you can share with me. So in the exam also theory question may come. What are the different arguments can be passed to the ax.bar? With example, explain. So that time at least 3-4 if you are done. So with example if you explain, it will be good. So theory questions will come in the main exam, even if you have given the assignment. So like that, some theory questions, programs may come in the exams. Those who are good in programming, they can write program. Those who are good in theory, they can write theory also. But both you should know for scoring good marks. Just now I used, for example, this hatch. So you can use these things, pattern. So you might have used something, but you can change it. You can use a star, you can use a stop, O, 0, X, plus, minus, comma, etc. These things you can just use it, backslash, etc. And share that. And orientation by default it is a vertical. And H if you use, it becomes a horizontal. So please do it and share with me. And pie charts we'll discuss in the next class. Today we'll conclude our class.